Alright, we should be good now. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. Tweet this out. Open up this. The music rock. Drink some Kool-Aid. Okay. Let's do the link. I don't know if this posted. This post was made. It is 10 p.m. Friday night. It is cold. I probably should have turned on my heater before starting this. Garrett, you smell. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Okay. So, I was gonna do the stream earlier like I normally do, but I was kind of just busy today. Now here we are. It's like Friday and stuff, so I figured more people would be like awake and here, cause it's Friday and it's like barely 10 o'clock Eastern, so it's like really early actually for a lot of people. I don't know, maybe I could stream more at night. I just like streaming like immediately after the episode is done so I can give my immediate thoughts on it. But I just watched the episode like 5 minutes ago. I finished watching it, so it's still immediate thoughts anyways, but you guys get it. I think you guys get the point. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Y'all having a good Friday? I had a pretty good day. Pretty decent. It was a bit busy in the morning, but here we are. So we have episode 14 of JoJo, and it's exactly what we thought it was going to be. In the sense of, we've been talking about on streams and stuff lately, how it's like, how many episodes is Grateful Dead's fight going to be? And most of us were like, you know, 2 to 3 episodes. I was leaning more on like maybe 2 episodes to 3 episodes. And then this episode was just like, yeah, it just confirms it's going to be 3 episodes. Because next episode, episode 15, is going to be Grateful Dead Part 1. So this wasn't even Grateful Dead's episode. This was just, I don't even know what this episode was called. I have to open up Crunchyroll again and look at the episode title. What episode was this? It's 14, but I don't know what it was called. Express Train to Florence. Okay. So yeah, this was just all the train stuff. This was just the setup. We're not even like there yet. All the crazy stuff is going to happen next week. So this episode starts off with some pretty funny stuff. We got some interactions between the guys being guys, guys being dudes, doing dude things, making jokes about Trish's boobs, which it was funny. It was very funny. Baccio was complaining about his hand hurting. Narancha with the key. Like, some of these screenshots out of context are just great, man. Out of context, JoJo's screenshots are hilarious. But the episode starts off, and by the way, the key looks really good in the anime. I know it's just a key, but it looks really pretty. Like, the way they draw this shit, it's really impressive. It almost looks 3D. Kind of, but not completely. Like, it looks like it's CG'd, but it's not CG'd. It's drawn. It just looks really good. I love how with the stand names, the voice actor will clearly be saying Grateful Dead and the subtitles say, yeah, they have to do that because of legal reasons. I always bring it up whenever somebody talks about it. And it's always because of like legal reasons with copyright. They can't have it in the subtitles, but they can say it because, you know, they're just saying it, and they're saying it in a different language, so it doesn't matter. So that's why you'll always hear them say something like, when Narancha says Aerosmith, you know, you hear him say Aerosmith, not Lil Bomber. Or in this case, Grateful Dead, or anything like that. But the way this episode starts, man, it's funny. You got the guys being bros, them looking at the key and stuff, investigating it as they make their way to the train station. And everybody thought we were going to get a new opening this week. We didn't get a new opening. Instead, what we got was new visuals for the ending. And the new visuals for the ending are really, really, really good. I like them a lot. Compared to the way the ending, like the first ending looked, in terms of like visuals, like I like the ending song. It's funny in the sense that it fits and doesn't fit at the same time, because, you know, horny JoJo energy, but also like somebody dies and then you just hear horny music after. That'll always be funny. But the visuals were just like whatever. They were cool, but these new visuals, man, like they upgraded. They have like 3G CG in there. 3G, 3D CG. Ew, I can't talk. But they have like CG shit now in the ending, and it just looks really good. In my opinion, it looks really nice. And I'm actually happy that they're still keeping the ending. Hopefully we keep fighting gold, because I really like this opening. And I don't want them to change fighting gold. Like, they can change the visuals, update the visuals to have the new stuff when we get further into the part. But I don't want them to change fighting gold. Like, imagine how sick fighting gold will be when we get, like, endgame. You know, like, whenever JoJo gets to the, like, second to last or last episode, with the main villain's stand, they have the stand interact with the opening. I want them to do an interaction with the opening for part 5 with fighting gold. I think that would be really sick. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil anime onlys that might end up watching this at a later point. You know, I never like to do that. I try to always avoid it. It happens, but if I can avoid spoiling people, I'd rather not. But then again, you also wouldn't be, you know, clicking on videos of spoiler titles and things like that, or stuff that you haven't watched yet. But oh, that's my Switch. I forgot my Switch was on. I heard a weird ass beep. That's my Joy-Cons. I gotta plug these in. Hold on. I was playing Smash earlier. Forgot. Gotta strap these Joy-Cons in. Okay, we're good. Alright, I had to plug that in. But like, I want them to do the stand thing in the opening. And by the way, Grateful Dead, everybody's always talking about how this is like the best fight in JoJo, or like one of the best fights in JoJo. I definitely think it's in my top 10. Grateful Dead fight is sick, and the way the stand looks animated, like these screenshots right here that are on screen, I actually yelled really loud when I saw this on screen. And normally that wouldn't be an issue because I'd be watching the episode right away. Everybody's at work, but people are sleeping right now because they have to, you know, wake up early tomorrow and stuff, and they were at work all day. So I was kind of low-key shook, thinking, oh, I'm not trying to wake anybody up. But I screamed when I saw Grateful Dead. I was like, oh shit, he's here. And he looks really good. And the stand design is just like nice, it's creepy, it's fitting to Prosciutto. Prosciutto's character design is really dope. And I think it fits that his stand is also, you know, really dope looking. And it's just a really good stand too. Like, Grateful Dead is sick as hell, man. This entire episode looked really nice. Like, just missed a screenshot right here. There was just a lot of really good shots in today's episode that I enjoyed and think just look like really nice. And them aging, even though they were turning old and like getting all dusty and gross, they still look really good. Naranci's got a tooth hanging out of his mouth. So the way Grateful Dead works is it ages people and it accelerates their aging based off of body temperature. So if you're hot, then he'll accelerate your body's aging faster, and you have to cool yourself down with like ice or like a cool drink or something to reverse the aging effects. So they show that it's affecting everybody on the train here, and I thought it was kind of like really messed up. You've got like this little baby here with his mom. He's like super old now, and like his mom is like dying too, and he's dying too. Like, this is just some messed up shit. It's really morbid. But a lot of stuff in JoJo is morbid and messed up like this, and I'm actually happy that they kind of like show that off to, you know, let you know, like, you know, this isn't a joke. This is some serious shit going on here. Like, there's more outside of just the group that's getting affected by stuff like this when shit like this happens. And it's crazy. And yeah, we have Coco Large instead of Coco Jumbo. Coco Thick. Yeah, they kept Mr. President for the key name. We got Coco Jumbo though. Coco Jumbo the goat. When I saw Narancha aging, even though I read the manga, I was legit shook. Yeah, like, they just did a really good job of making stuff look really, like, right here, like, old-ass Giorno, dude, like, that's Grandpa Gio. We have Grandpa Gio in canon. And it's been in the manga, of course, but it just looks really nice in the anime. The way they, like, draw it and stuff is just really cool. Or Giorno looks yummy. Chief, that's not it. That's not it. I'm sorry. But he definitely looks like somebody's grandpa. And Mista getting old is also pretty great. You see his like eyes are wrinkling, his eyebrows started to get gray, his hands are starting to like wrinkle too. And this screenshot, I want to make memes with this. This is top tier meme shit right here of just Mista holding holding Sex Pistols. Not Sex Pistols, the gun. Ooh. We haven't seen Sex Pistols yet. We'll see them next episode. But this fight, man, this fight is actually really, really, really good, and it's gonna be sick. So it's gonna be a 2-part fight. This was just the prelude to the fight. This was the calm before the storm, and Mist is already like fish hooked against the wall with some crazy shit going on. By the way, this is the last screen they show in the ending right here with all of them in the stone and like CG. I love the way this looks so much. It looks great. Grandpa Geo looks like the type of old man that will live in a small house in the middle of a huge forest. Yeah, he's like a he's like the horror movie old guy. Film theory, are they getting older, or did they activate Master Ultra Instinct? If Master Ultra Instinct makes you old, then Goku should look at least like he's 300 by now. But I don't know, Roshi's like 500 something years old, and like he doesn't even look that, like he looks like an old man, of course, but Roshi has looked the same since Dragon Ball up until Super. And then there's Buff Roshi, so I can't wait for the fight against Metallica when all we see is a black screen when the needles come out of Doppio's face and razors out of his mouth. I kept thinking that, and every single episode, more and more, they just show more gore, and they don't care. I really don't think that they're going to black out or censor too much of the Metallica fight. At least I don't hope they do. But the way things are going right now, I don't think that they're going to censor a bunch of stuff in terms of like gore and shit like that anymore. I really don't think they're gonna do it. Does it only age as a weakening thing, or does it age people to death? It ages people to death completely. You can just die, which is why it's so dangerous. It's so strong. It can't differentiate friend from foe either. There's a couple stands that are like that, but this is probably one of the better ones, just because of how much control he actually has over the ability itself. So you see Pesci putting ice on his body and like chewing ice and stuff in one of the shots. I don't think I got a screenshot of it, but he's chewing ice in one of the shots right at the end of the episode before he gets Mista with Beach Boy. And he's over here freaking out like, you know, Prosciutto's got to hurry up because he might actually end up aging me to death also. And that's what he says. And he was chewing ice to make sure that he kept his body cold so that he wouldn't age like crazy during the fight. So it's really strong. It's like an unconditional stand in the sense that it doesn't matter if you're friend or foe. It's just going to age you really quickly. And that's really, really, really strong. Like, it's pretty damn broken, honestly. There's a couple other stands that have unconditional conditions for their attacks where it's like they just do whatever. Similar to Purple Haze, which we saw last episode, actually. Purple Haze is one of the stands that has unconditional attacks where it just hits everybody and it doesn't matter and it just will kill you. Grateful Dead is pretty similar to that, so I actually do like that. And now it's actually the first time I've ever thought about that, but they just went from one stand having that similar ability type to going to one right after, from fight to fight. Oh yeah, I mean Fisherman. I'm sorry, it's not Beach Boy. Oh man, use your Fisherman to attack that room. Yeah, man, that Fisherman. Gotta love Fisherman. Also, for people on the stream right now, my Twitter account is locked for a week. Because apparently defending yourself from people that are just saying stupid stuff means you can get your Twitter account reported and then locked for a week. So I have a backup Twitter account. It's at SuperKami Gaming, just like the YouTube channel. If you're wondering why I'm not tweeting on my main account or anything like that, it's because I'm tweeting on at SuperKami Gaming. So you guys can go follow me there and stuff. That's also where I tweeted the stream and shit. Because I know some people might think I'm ignoring them. I just can't use my account for a week, which sucks. And it mainly sucks because it's like, whatever. Like, if I can't tweet, I can't tweet. But I don't like that I can't do anything. All I can do is DM people. But I have to DM people one by one. I can't send pictures in group DMs or anything. And, like, I can't update the people on videos and stuff, which sucks. It sucks. Yeah, I said the N-word. And when I say the N-word, I mean nigga. Thanks, YouTube. They're going to demonetize me for saying that. But I'm black and Hispanic. I can say that to people. And all I said was, to the guy, and I quote, "I will tweet what I want, nigga." And then I got locked for that. But no, it's not limited to ice. You just need to use anything to keep yourself cold. But ice is probably one of the coolest, or one of the fastest ways you can cool yourself off, just in general. Aside from like dipping your body into like cold water or something like that, or walking out into like really cold weather. Like right now, my room is hot because I have my heater on, and it's like 10 degrees out because it's winter. If I walk outside right now, I'm gonna get really cold. Which also makes me wonder how Beach Boy would work outside of, or not Beach Boy, Grateful Dead. How effective would it be outside in like a populated area? Not a populated area, but like an open area. It would be really dependent on temperatures, but it might be easier if you're using it outside of a controlled space. Depending on the radius of the stand and like the range and shit, it might actually be a bit stronger out in like a big field where there's a lot of people. You could definitely get rid of a lot of people because there's a lot of body heat moving around. So maybe it would be a little more effective actually. But it's especially deadly because they're on a train, and there's not really many places you can go to run on a train. And when it starts affecting them inside of Coco Jumbo, you know, it's kind of just like, you know, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's really strong. There's only one bad stand that has like an ability like this where it's just like it can't differentiate from people, and that's Survivor in part 6. I've talked about that stand a couple times on the channel, and you guys will hear it again when I finally upload the Stone Ocean video. I know I keep talking about it every single time we stream, but it is happening. Don't worry guys, it is happening. I just want that video to be like perfect because I think that's going to be my magnum opus. In terms of what I have to say about JoJo, because it's probably the most I've had to say about JoJo that isn't something that's like ongoing, and it's going to be like all at once. So I just want to make it a really good video, and I want everything I say to be exactly how I want to express it. I don't want to have to like make a follow-up video. I don't want to have to respond to a bunch of comments unless people are like asking questions on like, you know, something that maybe it's like, oh, what exactly did you like about this that you didn't talk about in the video? Then I'll talk about it in the comments and stuff like that. But I don't want to have to like reiterate myself a bunch of times or anything. I want it to be perfect. Jacho fight is after BIG. Yeah, it is. That fight is going to be really good, but that's not going to be for, we're on episode 15 next week. And then 16 is going to be the end of Beach Boy Grateful Dead. Just the ending of that fight, oh my god, it's gonna be so great. Really good fight ending. This fight is just like, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. And I always love Mista fights. Mista gets a lot of fights, which is great because he's one of my favorite characters in the entire series. And he's my favorite character in part 5. And I know people are probably gonna get upset at that, or they're gonna be like, oh wow, you like Mista more than Giorno or Bruno. And yeah, I'm not saying he's a better character, I just like him more. Which people need to learn to differentiate favorite from best. Because if you have pizza and salad, the pizza's all like greasy and there's like a bunch of like stuff on it, right? The pizza is obviously not the best choice. The salad is the better choice if it's just like a regular green salad without a bunch of stuff on it. But the pizza is my favorite, you know? Big difference between favorite and best. People just need to learn that. Thought it was Prosciutti and Pesci, then Malone, and then Giacchio. Is Giacchio before B.I.G.? I thought it was after B.I.G. No. After B.I.G. is Clash and Talking Head, and then whatchamacallit? And then Oasis and Green Day, right? That's the order. Because again, I don't want to say too much, because I don't want to spoil anime onlys that might watch this. But I think that's the order. Yeah, Mista does. Josiah. You're gonna see some of that next week. It's gonna be crazy. Oh yeah, and we have the Naples Station music from Eyes of Heaven in the background because it's fitting. We got the Naples Station episode, the Naples Station fight, the train fight, the Grateful Dead, the goat, the goatful goat. This fight was just so good, man. Like, it's not even, it just barely started, but it's already so great. It's really good. Like, just this build up, this entire episode, I'm sitting down and watching it. I'm in Discord with some friends and stuff while I'm watching it, getting my screen caps and shit. And I'm like, you know, just occasionally reacting to it, and it's like, yo, this episode is really tense. The way they like have build up and suspense to everything, it's just, it was crazy. Like, it was really good. The music, oh my god, dude. Vento Aureo's soundtrack snaps. Okay, like, they snapped. It was just ridiculous. And the shading and stuff on the faces, whenever they showed Prosciutto on screen, like right here, Prosciutto always has like a really serious face at all times. And it's just really intimidating. Extremely intimidating. Also, I said this earlier to some friends while watching the episode, but Pesci looks like Alolan Exeggutor from Pokemon. Think about it. He looks like Alolan Exeggutor. That is my stance on this pineapple head boy. Car scene was nice. The idea of Trish talking to the boss about Fugo is funny to me. Yeah, it was a great way to start the episode. Just some humor with the guys. It was nice. What if there's JoJo Fortnite? Oh wait, yeah. I have been getting a lot of comments on my video on the Battle Royale announcement, which by the way, I think that people are already playing that in Japan. I haven't seen any gameplay footage or anything, but I remember seeing the JoJo Twitter tweet about it. And I think they're like doing test runs in Japanese arcades, but people were like freaking out and they're all like, oh my god, oh this and that, oh no. And they're like commenting like no, or this is fake, or this and that. It's like, well, one, I'm showing trailer footage on the screen. Two, I linked the trailer in the description, which is on Bandai's official page. There's also an official page for the game on Twitter. They have an official website, and the JoJo official Twitter tweets about it all the time. Like, the JoJo Twitter circulates between the anime tweets, any manga and figures, like stuff that goes on sale, and then the games. And they have this in the circle of games and stuff that they've been promoting. And it's a thing. And they play it with controllers because it's in arcade machines, and the controllers are like PS4 controllers. They're like DualShock 4s. So I think if it does come out to console in Japan, of course, I don't think we'll get it in America. Maybe, who knows? But if it goes to Japan, I'll buy it. I'll buy it just to try it out, play it. Thank God they showed Prosciutto completely instead of him walk around as a weird shadow guy. Yeah, whenever they have like shadow characters, it's always kind of funny. I feel like Shadow Deal is one of the really good examples of how to do a shadowed out character. I saw someone post a tweet with middle school meme caption with Ferb, and Phineas and Ferb and Pesci, and that's pretty good. I didn't see that. That's pretty good. I was saying something, and I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the shadow figure thing. Part 5 does shadow figure good with the boss. You don't see the boss's face for a little bit. And it's really good when they do that. And I like the way the anime does it. The anime has been just like drawing him like shadowed out like a big suit, like looking like a mafia boss, because that's what he is. But the way that they've done it, it's like the way you would see it in like movies and stuff, like some like Al Capone type shit, you know? This just looks really cool. I like it. I think it's dope. But how did y'all feel about this episode, man? I thought this was like one of the best episodes that Vento Aureo has had so far. And again, I know I say this literally every single week. They just keep getting better and better, and I can't stress it enough, man. Like, David Productions, these guys are a really great animation studio. They're consistent. They have so much love for JoJo. They like it just as much as we do. I know it's great. Oh my god, Josh. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can't even hate on that. That's pretty good. Which, by the way, fellas, I know this is unrelated to JoJo, but how would y'all feel? And I said this a while ago, but now I actually have my Switch and stuff. Because last time I talked about this, or actually when I brought it up was when I got the Switch. But I was like, yo, you know, we can do Smash streams. How would y'all feel about that? I still want to do a Smash stream. I just don't know when I would do it. Like, maybe it would be like around like this time frame, and it would be like something that I do on Fridays. It's like JoJo, like the afternoon, like 1 p.m. Eastern-ish, around there usually is when I stream these instead of now. And then we could do Smash around like now-ish, or it's like not late night because it's only 10 o'clock, but you know, later on in the day. And it's Friday, you know, people don't have school tomorrow. Some people might not work on weekends, so I think everybody could, you know, come through. And it'll be pretty cool. 13.5 is the best episode yet, but this one's pretty good too. The recap episode, I actually didn't watch the recap episode because it was a recap episode, but I'm sure that they handled it really well. That's the reason why we didn't stream last week also. It's because it was just a recap episode and I just would have been talking about the same stuff that we had already talked about up until this point. But I'm sure they handled it well. Because like JoJo has like the re-edited compilations of parts 1 and 2 on Crunchyroll, where you can watch, like, they cut out, not filler because there's no filler really in the anime for those 2 parts. Everything is just like straight manga adaptation, but they skip over some stuff, like all like the traveling and stuff like that, small conversations here and there. And those like re-edited versions are really good, so I'm sure that they did a good job with the recap episode. Hope there isn't any more episodes like 13.5. Well, they also only did that because of the fact that it was like Christmas and New Year's and stuff. Maybe again for Golden Week. I forget when Golden Week is in Japan. I think it's like in April or something, or May. I always forget. Excuse me. But maybe for Golden Week we'll get another 0.5 recap episode. The Switch Online is really cheap. If you have Smash and you want to play Smash, I mean, here's the thing, right? I have it bought because it's $20 for a year. Like, that pricing is really good. The only thing is like, even if you have really good internet, since stuff is peer-to-peer, if other people have bad internet or the internet isn't as great, sometimes you can just have some laggy-ass matches. Like, I was playing earlier, just doing quick play matches, just playing online, just for the hell of it. Because I was like, I haven't done this yet. I've only been playing with friends. And I had some matches where connection was great, and then I had other matches where connection was just, like, god-awful. But I'd say if you have a Switch and you plan on playing online games, like, often, like, if you have Smash, definitely, it's $20 for the whole year. So as long as your internet isn't complete garbage, I'd say go for it. If it means an improvement on animation quality like the one we had today, I'm okay with recap episodes. Yeah, it also gives them a little more time to, like, actually focus on doing stuff. Like this episode, man, it was full of really good frames and shots. Like, everything was just gorgeous. Like, shit like this right here, it just looks so good, dude. When you translate manga to anime, this is what I want them to do, if that makes any sense. Like, this is how I think you should translate manga to anime. Like, look at Pesci, man. Pesci is like super ugly, but he looks really good. What's crazy is that with last month, it's been 2 years since Diamond is Unbreakable. Yeah, Diamond is Unbreakable was a long time ago, dude. It was a really long time ago. But on the whole Switch Online thing, if you have a Switch, I say go for it. And I do want to play Smash with viewers and stuff. I think that would be really fun. Really cool. I could make like a lobby and stuff and you could just play. It'd be fun. And I'm not super duper crazy good at Smash either. I'm just like learning. I've played Smash since I was a kid, since 64, and made my way up playing all the games throughout the years. Melee is my least played one. And I know it's surprising to most people because everybody's, big on Melee, but I think Ultimate is definitely the best Smash game now, easily. It's just really good. It's really fun. What's one stand you wish you could improve in Part 5? Like, make it better and stronger? Ooh, that is a hard question, actually. I gotta think about this. I'm actually also gonna look at the wiki real quick to look at a full list of all the Part 5 stands, just to make sure I don't miss anything. I get a good look at all of these guys. There's so many good stands in Part 5. That's a hard question, dude. That's a really hard question. I'm kind of stumped. That's a really good question. Which stand would I want to improve? There's so many good stands. Even like the weaker stands are just like, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with them. You could buff. Okay, if I were to pick one stand just randomly, I and this is gonna sound really broken, but I would want to buff Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath is already really strong, and like, if Black Sabbath was at night, everything is like dark and shit, and there's like a ton of shadows everywhere, right? So it would be like really easy for Black Sabbath to just kill people and just put in work. But I would want Black Sabbath to just be able to cast out shadows from its hands, like, just like if it were able to just hold its hands out and then like manipulate some sort of like black hole on the ground and like make a shadow just so it can attack you from there. Like, that's really fucking broken. And this is why I don't write manga. Because I would not balance the shit at all. I would just make a bunch of broken stands all over the place. That's what I would do. That's how I would change it. I would buff it. That's the only way I think you could improve it. Do I think Mista is bald? I would hope not. I'd hope not. If Mista's bald, then yikes. But you gotta remember, compared to everybody else, he's aging a lot slower. So I think we'll be fine. Black Sabbath night mode, yeah. I would want it to just like be really good. I don't know. I don't think Mista's bald. You never really get to see his hair much, anyways, in the part, because he always has his hat on. But I think he's fine, because like, look, his face barely has any wrinkles on it. The only thing is though, like, his eyebrows grayed out, so I'd assume his hair is just gray. I don't think he's bald. I hope not. That'd be terrible. What Mista needs to do is pick up his damn pants. My boy is fashion but a hoe. And he is going to end up having a wardrobe malfunction one day. Gonna have some stuff slip out when it doesn't have to. Fugo also needs to pick up his pants. Fugo's got his ass crack up. Same with Trish. Trish gotta pull her skirt up, man. All these people in Vento Aureo, dude, they're a hoe at fashion. And like, they're fighting. They're in battle. Like, pick your pants up. What if your pants fall mid-combat? Maybe it might work in your favor, you know? Maybe like if the enemy sees you in your underwear, they might laugh. And then that's like perfect opportunity, and then you just beat the crap out of them. But I don't think that's a smart thing. Can't bank on that. Mr. probably does have really bad hat hair right now. Because he's so thick. Yeah, dude, Mr.'s too thick, man. Give him bigger pants. That's what they gotta do. His sweater already doesn't fit. Yeah, no, he just walks around with his titties out, Josh. The boss? Clothes? Man, forget clothes. Dude's just walking around with his titties out. He has Bites the Dust Kira hair. Probably like in color. That's I mean, I like Bites the Dust Kira hair. I like Kosaku Kira, where he's got his hair combed back with like the white and the black. I really like the way that looks. How that would look IRL would probably not be as cool, unless it's in like cosplay. Some cosplayers for Kira like make that shit look really good. Like, they can pull it off. But if it was just like a regular ass person just walking around like that, I don't think it would look that cool. But it looks cool because it's Kira and it's, you know, fiction. I think it looks cool. Well, if Mista had hair like that, that would be pretty funny. And there's also the jokes that everybody makes of like Mista having the same face as Kosaku, and it's like, oh, that's his son, haha. So it would fit. Imagine Mista taking off his hat and revealing Tijano like hair. That's crazy because Mista has like hair similar to mine when I cut my hair, when my hair's like short. So I always say it, man. I'm Mista. I relate to this guy. He says dumb stuff. Talks about cute girls. He laughs about it. He puts his friends on blast, and then he's a shooter. I'm not a shooter. I don't just walk around with a gun ready to just pop niggas. That's not me. But Mista's in a gang. Mista's hardcore, okay? Mista's like me, but hardcore. And he's a hoe. Like, he dresses like a hoe. He's hoe but fashion. You know, he's got his stuff out. I don't got my stuff out. Tattoos or underwear. What does the boss wear? It's like some sort of like fancy ass like lingerie type shit. I don't know. It's kind of like how like Bruno's got the like swirl shit under his shirt. And it looks like tattoos, but it's like supposed to be like lingerie. It's like netted clothing. I don't know how you describe it. Like, the closest thing I could think of maybe is some chainmail type shit the Naruto characters would wear under their vests. It's something like that. Yeah, Mista is me in an alternate universe. In some other timeline, I'm Guido Mista. That's actually canon, by the way. Araki told me himself that he wrote Mista to be like me. Dude, if Bruno was a dad, he would be a great dad. Bruno's a great guy. Really good character. 11 out of 10. Very responsible. Very nice person. Wonder who's going to voice the boss. I don't think they've revealed his voice actor. If it's the same from the games, that is very hype. But if it's different from the games, because most of the voices have been different from the games. They've been getting like a lot of guys that are doing like characters in newer anime. Like there's like a bunch of My Hero voice actors in this. Like Bakugo Chiacho. Like that fits too because of personalities. But they've been getting a bunch of newer guys to voice these characters. Guys that have been taking on newer roles and shown in anime recently. So I wonder what they'll do with him. There's a couple different really good voices that they could probably get for him. And also, when we talk about censorship, look at this guy, right? Pesci kills like the train driver, and they've just got his like dead face just dangling there on the fishhook, still on screen. They don't bother cutting away to it or anything. He's just there, dead. The voice of Diablo voices Kira in anime. Yeah, it's really good. Oh, and Doppio's voice is also different from Diablo's. So I wonder how they're going to handle the voices with that. Like, I wonder who's going to do whose voice. They have a lot of really good options. They've got option selects. They could just, like, double dip on the voice, though. What's up, Corner? How you doing? But yeah, I don't know. They could double dip on the voice for Diablo, even though he did Kira. They could do it. They could still use Diablo for the anime. Who knows? They probably will get somebody different. What's up, Corner? How you doing? Yeah, the episode was super good. Like, I'm shocked. They just did so many things right. Also, right here, Narancia coughing up blood. They didn't bother to censor that shit at all. They didn't even sugarcoat it. He had his tooth dangling out of his mouth. From, like, his skin still, too. Like, the inside of his gum. Like, look at that. It's gross. Diablo's voice deeper than Doppio's? Of course they will. They changed the, like, Diablo and Doppio's voices are different in the games. Different voice actor. Doppio has, like, a, whatchamacallit, a much lighter voice, a younger sounding voice, and Diablo's got this deep ass manly voice because he's a grown man. The ending with the stone wall, yeah, that was like my favorite thing. I talked about that a little bit earlier. Oof. But the new like ending visuals are really nice. I like it a lot. Babyface is gonna be a really good fight. I think Babyface's fight is gonna be awesome. Doppio's voice is gonna be Diablo's but auto-tuned. I'm gonna need him to make some ad-libs then. Can use that as a tag if you make music. Oh my god. Auto-tune Diablo. That sounds amazing. That sounds like a really good idea. Somebody should do that. If Malone doesn't make any meme-worthy hentai expressions, DP can keep it. Malone licked his lips really weird in the episode with La Squadra. And he was being really freaky and gross about it when he was looking at the girl's legs. He was all, you know, being weird. So I definitely think when we actually get to Babyface, so Malone is a big weirdo, but Malone is still cool. He's just weird. I definitely think they'll make some funny ass stuff with him. They'll do some goofy shit that's just like really strange and uncomfortable, but also funny. Can't wait till Mista gets shot with his own gun. Next week is gonna be great. It's gonna be painful. Poor Mista. My boy is just getting shot and he's just tanking it. Like, the amount of damage that JoJo characters take and sustain for like a whole ass fight for like another 20 minutes before they can get healed. It's ridiculous. Like, right now, right there, Mista has a fish hook moving in his hand. Like, do you understand how uncomfortable and painful that's gotta feel? He has a moving fish hook in his hand that entered through his finger. It's in his palm. Like, that shit is painful. It's painful. Abaccio was like I thought that was also really great, by the way. I'm gonna talk about this briefly. Because at the beginning of the episode, I mentioned, and the beginning of the stream also, I mentioned earlier, how Narancia gave, what's his face, Abaccio the key and stuff, and he was complaining about his hand hurting. He's like, you know, I've only had it reattached for a half hour. It's like they just got back from that fight, and Abaccio's like still in a lot of pain because he cut his hand off. So I do like that they actually acknowledge that they still feel a lot of pain after stuff like that happens. It's like, oh, you suffered this fatal injury, but we can fix it because we're JoJo characters and we have healers that are really broken. But you still feel the pain. And it was just like, it was good that they showed that, because I think about it often. It's like reading part 6, random character gets like fucking damn near cut in half, but they still live. It's like, how did the healing process for that go? It's like, you see them next chapter and they're walking around all fine and stuff. It's like, what happened? And I know it's just manga stuff, but it's just funny to think about, guys. Yeah, like Bruno zippered his hand back on, and it's like, now it's good. But it's wild, man. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. Like, Mista getting shot, man. It's like he's getting shot by bullets. Bullets hurt. Getting shot can kill you. Most people that get shot will die. And it's ridiculous. I didn't even think about that corner. They got really good health insurance. Yeah. Gold experience is great health insurance. Very great health insurance. Which they also mentioned that after the White Album fight with like the whole gold experience healing thing. There's the one like thing that everybody jokes about. I don't want to spoil it for anime onlys. But there's that one scene. You guys know what I'm talking about. And you know, it's like acknowledging like, ow, this shit hurts really bad. Something like that. Oof. Again, I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to spoil anime onlys, but Mista has a +5 in bullet resistance. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. +5 bullet resistance, +10 endurance, and then +500 horny. Because Mista proved today he is 1 horny on main, 2 he has always been horny on main just off of his outfit. That's how he walks around. He walks around with his pants that low. Only other character I can think of that walks around with their pants that low is like Dio. Dio's got his pants like right at like the bottom of his waist. I can't believe no new opening. I'm fine with no new opening, dude. If we get a new opening next week, cool. But I like Fighting Gold a lot. I'd rather they just change visuals for Fighting Gold like they did for Freaking You for the ending. I would much rather just have it be different visuals. Fighting Gold is just a really good song. I don't want it to go. It's like, you can just listen to it anyways, but I don't want it to go. Yeah, Dio's just got like, Dio's got his meat out, dude. I don't know what Dio be on. Dio's a great guy. Good villain. 11 out of 10. And this shot with prosciutto, oh my god, so godlike. Grateful Dead looks amazing. He looks great in this color palette with the red suit. It's so good, so good. Oh, Gappy. Oh, that's for different reasons though. That was just because he was like almost naked when they found him. Prosciutto and ham colors. Cocoa large. That's my reaction to that. Ham color is more like cocoa large. Cocoa Large is great. That's a great localization name. We went from jumbo to large. They should have just made it Cocoa Thick. That's what they should have done. But spelled it thick with 2 C's. So Thicc. Cocoa Thick. That's what they should have done. And then Fisherman Beach Boy. Fisherman for Beach Boys. It's whatever. Because again, you know, that's just localization names to avoid copyright and stuff. I'm okay with it being like that. Like, they're always going to say Golden Win instead of Gold Experience. Or Zipperman instead of Sticky Fingers. It's fine. It's whatever. It's subtitles. It doesn't change anything in canon. It doesn't change what the actual name is or how they pronounce it. Because they don't go off of subtitles. They're speaking in their native tongue. Coco Grande. Yeah, they could have done Coco Grande. That would have just been Coco Jumbo. Anyways, just in a different language. Coco Venti. Pale Snake. Pale Snake is good for White Snake, though. Because White Snake is pretty damn pale. I just never got... Well, I get some of the part behind naming it White Snake in terms of, like, ability-wise. And, like, some of the stuff he can do with it. But, like, I've always thought it was funny in the sense that it doesn't look like a snake. Because White Snake is pretty humanoid-esque. I guess, like, maybe in his stance, he's, like, kind of, like, hunched over and stuff. It could look like he, like, slithers when he moves, but... Thankful Dead is a pretty good localization name. Yeah, Thankful Dead is a pretty good localization name. I forget what White Album's name is. I think it's just, I'll tell you right now. JoJo White Album. What is the English localized name? White Ice. White Ice is fine. That's for, Eyes of Heaven localization. I think he's in, like, one of the menus or something. Or, like, All-Star Battle. It's White Ice. And White Ice is fine. It gets the same point across. He's got an ice suit. It's white. It works. Should have been Blank Album. Blank Album's just like... It would make less sense than White Ice, though, you know? Headcanon, the localization names are just the names of the bands and universe. Well, I don't know, because Dio mentions the Mona Lisa and stuff in part 6, so, like, we know that that stuff is in the JoJo universe. And, like, Jotaro bringing up Weird Al Yankovic to Joseph and stuff like that. So I think that it's good. It's all good, you know? Oh, yeah. On the, you're talking about on the Stonewall corner. The Stonewall screenshot is great. I like that that's the new ending. The new ending screen, man. It's really good. I appreciate it a lot. I like it a lot. Super good. What time is it? 10:43? Nice. Okay, this episode 11.7 out of 10. Very top tier. Very good introduction to the Grateful Dead fight. I am ridiculously excited for next week's actual episode with the fight starting. And actually, like, you know, being the Grateful Dead. Because this was just the introduction. And the introduction was this good. The actual fight is about to be ridiculous. So, I can't wait. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. It's going to be sick as shit. Like, it's going to be really sick, man. I can't wait. I'm very pumped. I think we're going to call it quits here. Part 5 invented Italy. Vento Aureo invented cars. Because Giorno said, why not steal 100 cars? That's my take. So yeah, thanks to everybody that came out tonight. It was great. Really chill stream. The Vento Aureo episode is great. Next week we'll be doing it way earlier. like we normally do around like 1 p.m. Eastern. I was just busy today. And that's pretty much that. That's why we streamed late tonight. But that means that some people that don't get to come during the day streams got to come now because it's later. So that's pretty cool. But let me know what you guys think down below in the chat, in the comments if you're watching this later when it gets posted on YouTube. How you felt about the episode. I can't wait for next week. It's going to be super sick. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Remember, you guys can follow me at Twitter, or on Twitter, at FreyKugel is my regular account. But also follow at SuperCombi Gaming, which is probably where I'm going to move my YouTube related stuff and use my other account just for like, you know, memes and shit and me. Just to kind of have things also be the same. But yeah, I'll be catching you guys whenever. The Stone Ocean video will be out soon. I'm still working on it. I want it to be great. Next week's episode is going to be sick. You're going to have old people. You're going to have gunshots. You're going to have Ololan Executor using a fish hook. And then we get Thankful Dead. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Hope everybody has a great night. Good night, fellas. And remember, next week's episode is going to be really good. And Freaking You is a god tier ending. I will never understand people that slander that ending. Real talk. People that slander Freaking You can't be trusted at all. The ending is really good. It's super good. It matches the tone. Like, even if niggas get shot and they die in the episode, and it cuts away to horny music, that's a mood. So, I'll catch y'all whenever. Good night, guys. Oh, and remember to drink milk.